Hello, everyone. Welcome to Scott Reviews Things in 4.5 minutes. Let's just push that camera back a little bit. All right, and this review is going to be about the Spider-Man 1967 collection. So it's all the Spider-Man cartoons from 1967 to 1970. I don't know why I haven't done a Spider-Man thing before. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, as you can tell from the back. Known as Spider in some parts. So, the Spider-Man 1967 collection. I remember this coming out on DVD, first coming out on DVD, and be really, really excited because I watched this religiously as a child. And sometimes when you remember something and and you see it when you're grown up and it's not as good, to me, this is just as good. The one thing I have to say about this is I read a poll online where they were ranking all the Spider-Mans, and they say the Spider-Man in this one came in dead last. And I have one word for that: Boulder Dash. This is an excellent representation of Spider-Man from the comics. We get the smart aleck Spider-Man with all the quips and and the quick wit and coming back with jokes to the bad guys. And we also see the downtrodden Peter Parker in some of the episodes. So I don't know whether this is off a little. Is that better? Okay. Anyway. So, Spider-Man, 1967 collection. The first year, and all the cartoons start off every year in color, because it was the color had just been invented a few years before, so color was actually a new thing. And the first words that come up in this cartoon, bum, 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 in color. The first season is actually very, very colorful. Big splashes of yellow, big splashes of red. It's a very colorful, the whole thing is colorful. The Spider-Man costume, all the villains are colorful. And in the first season, you get all the super villains from the comics. Not all of them, but you get Electro and Dr. Octopus and the Green Goblin. All of the bad guys that are now showing up in the movies. You get that in the first season of the Spider-Man cartoon. That's the first season. And then we go to the second season. And a little background, after the first season, the budget of the cartoon was cut. So now the second season got a little darker. Not in tone, but just in production. All the production. The color is gone in most of the second and third season episodes. Also, the supervillains are gone in the second or third. So now we have more generic villains, and we also have, this was made in the 60s, so we also have these weird psychedelic things. We have creatures from the fifth dimension. We have creatures from the deep. We have creatures from the bottom of the earth. These are things that did not appear in the Spider-Man comics, but they did appear in the cartoon. Also, a difference between the first season and the second and third season is the first season was usually 2 episodes, 2 11-minute episodes cut together. So you'd get 2 different episodes in the first season. The second season started, you would get a full 22-minute episode all in one story. And then when you go back to the third season, then again they start chopping it up to 2 separate shows, 2 separate episodes in one show. I'm making it sound like it's a bad thing, but it's really, really interesting to see. It's a picture of the time right there. You really get a sense of the 60s in the second and the third season. What society was going through, what everybody was going through at that time. It really comes out in this cartoon. So the first season is a more traditional Spider-Man comic book. The second and third seasons are a little bit weirder and a little bit darker. But they're just as fun. And Spider-Man, like I said, is the same in all those. He still has a smart aleck appearance. His smart aleck remarks. We also get the characters of J. Jonah Jameson. He stays in. We also see J. Jonah Jameson smoking, which happened in the comic books, which you don't see in the new cartoons, but you see in the old cartoons and you see in this one. Also, I want to say something about the soundtrack. This cartoon has an excellent jazz soundtrack. It's the beats,